Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, an old deck that I have. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace, illustrated if it will. There we go. Illustration by Elaine Marson. Good, good, good. That way, if you want to find those artists or their stuff, there you go. Use that information. What is that? This is Cancer. Okay, let's keep going. Sometimes I wonder if these cards, the Oracle ones, are really just very positive cards. I know they're not all that way. I know they're not, but it seems like I get a lot of positive information, which is not bad, now that I think of it. I just don't like it so sugar-coated that it's kind of like, oh, really? Like, I don't like it sugar-coated like that, but it's a good contrast. Although this reading does look really good for you, just to be fair. So maybe it's just showing good information because there's good information to be had. Let's just go with it. You're coming in with the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups. Kicks? Yes. When you're starting in this situation, you're at this moment where you're like, I got to be honest with myself about where I've been and where I'm going. It seems to be directly about a person. You got openness and beauty. This is somebody you very much care about and see a lot of good in, but you're trying to be honest with yourself, kind of like, I know they're a good person. I know they try, but am I really kind of making excuses for them when they make mistakes? And instead of helping them fix something that's going wrong, am I just kind of promoting something that's not good? It's kind of like when somebody, like, how do I put this? It's kind of like when they cheat on their SATs or something like that. I don't know how else to say. Or it's like one of those things where you're like, well, they're kind of bending the rules there a little bit, and I don't know if that's really good for them. But I don't say anything and I don't give them a hard time about it. But maybe they're bending the rules. Maybe they're bending the rules to the point where it's really not good for them, let alone the situation. And you're kind of like looking at this person kind of in that sense. The analogies are not really coming on that, I'm noticing. That's interesting. They're saying it's very specific, probably, to whoever's watching, and you know what that is, if that's going to hit. Somebody you care about, you're questioning something they're doing, and you're letting it pass by, and you're questioning, is that really helping them? Is that really the best for them? Are you kind of cheating them out of doing something better by not pointing out, like, that's not the best, you really shouldn't be doing that? For some of you, I did get an analogy right there. Maybe they're like dating or they're married or something like that. They're seeing somebody and they're seeing somebody else on the side, or maybe they're flirting. Maybe they're flirting, like they're married or they're committed to a relationship and then they're flirting with somebody else, or they're kind of like, they're getting very close to crossing a line and you're like, maybe I should say something. I like them, but maybe they're kind of pushing that a little too far. Now, whoever you're dealing with, I got oneness here, which is a very interesting card because the way the card is meant versus how I'm going to read it may be different. Because I'm definitely an intuitive reader. I feel like I have to say that sometimes. Now, they're looking at whatever they're dealing with as a whole in the sense of like, I can live life as long as I don't go past this certain mark, I'm okay, but I can go up as close to it as I want to as long as I don't cross it. And I'm getting that with the oneness. Like, there's so much, like, I'm a part of life. There's so much here to be a part of in life. And I know that's not how this card is intended, but that's what I'm feeling here. Like, I can come up to this line. As long as I don't cross it, I'm okay. The oneness, though, I really feel like they just feel like why can't I be a part of this? Why can't I get up to at least the line? That's what I'm getting from it. That's not really what the card is meant for. I know that, but that's what I'm getting off of it. I'm an intuitive reader, just so you know. Now, as we keep going forward, these two cards fell out the deck face down, and they are in the environment, by the way. Oh, they're reversed, too. The Five of Wands reversed with the Ten of Cups reversed. If it is somebody who's like they're in a relationship and they're flirting or they're doing something where they're pushing the line, it could be a work situation where, those people at work where maybe they take advantage of company time and they really shouldn't be doing that, but they're technically not causing anybody pain. They're kind of pushing their luck though, and you're like, oh, you're kind of pushing your luck. I'm getting that they're whoever they're handling, whoever they're affecting. If it's a job, their management or whoever. If it's a relationship, it's the other person they're in their relationship with. Whoever that connection is with, they are aware of it and they're very unhappy about it. But there's no argument about it. There's no confrontation about it. The Five of Wands reverse is telling me nobody's confronting it, but they are very well aware of what's going on. So it's almost like the cat's already out of the bag, but nobody's doing anything about it. Okay, so there will be a change. This is coming forward. Maybe this is the point of this reading, because like maybe you're wondering if this is going to become an issue. I'm getting emotional release, and it's a very beautiful card. I'll give you that. But I'm getting the point of this card being here is saying, oh, it's coming to light. It's coming forward, and the situation will be dealt with. The situation will be handled. Whoever's being affected, be it management or the other person that your friend is involved with, they're going to come forward and they're going to address it. Emotional release is telling me the situation will be addressed with the person who's pushing their luck. Now, does this sink the ship? I don't think so. I'm getting Chariot with passion. You're going to hear about what happened. If you don't see what happened, you're going to hear about what happened. And it's going to redirect the situation. It's going to change the positioning of what's going on. And the direction of the situation will change course. Passion with the Chariot is there's a lot of momentum going forward and a lot of things correcting the path of what's going on. When this happens, you got a lot of mixed emotions. There's nothing you can do about it once you hear about, like, it hit the fan. This person, like, they were pushing their luck and they got it for it. Like, they did. Justice came forward, and there's nothing you can do about it at this point. And I feel like you might have this weird moment where you're kind of like, I wish I'd said something beforehand before it got that far. But now justice has been served. I mean, they were pushing their luck. You've got these two things here. You've got prosperity with asking for help. The situation, I don't feel like it failed. I just feel like somebody got their hand slapped, pretty much. But the kind of hand slap where you got a bruise after, like, they got slapped pretty good, and it's gonna last for a couple days. It's like when you get smacked with a ruler, like one of those. Like you got marks, like they got marks on their hand from this. But you're also seeing where now they're correcting this positioning. Now they're correcting how they're doing it, and things should get a lot better from here. All right, so if we keep going forward, I do feel like this person is gonna go better. The thing is, you might need to help them. They might need your help to stay on the straight and narrow, whatever that means. So if they were like veering off from a relationship and they were kind of like flirting or doing something, coming up right close to that line, just pushing it just a little too far, or if this was a work situation where they're just kind of taking advantage of company time and they're really, they could end up losing their job if they're not careful, like they're kind of pushing their luck, or whatever such situation is where they're pushing their luck, they're going to try to do it better. They are definitely trying to make improvements here. They got the Page of Pentacles with the Heart and Mind card here. Heart and Mind balance. But the Heart and Mind balance is telling me this is going to take some time to balance. Like it's going into balance. It's not immediately balanced. Like there might be a bad behavior here that it's going to take them a while to kind of retrain themselves to stop doing that. Slowly but surely with the Page of Pentacles, they're going towards a better place with this. What would really help them is they need some support with this, and they need somebody to like keep them on the straight and narrow with this. If you want to say straight and narrow, whatever that means to you. Your role in this that would make this better and actually make you feel better and make it better for the person you care about is you got appreciation, messages, communicating. Like messages is like flat out communicating however you feel necessary. If it's face to face, that's still a message. You can give that message right in person. And the Empress card looks out for people. So you looking out for this person saying, you know what, I don't think you want to really do that. I don't think that's the best way to handle this. I think maybe you want to handle it this way. In a lot of these cases, you might be that person that says, I don't really do that. This is how I do it, and that keeps me out of trouble. So maybe you kind of want to go this way. Maybe you want to try doing it this way. And I feel like you can kind of keep guiding and helping this person, because the Empress does guide and help and kind of like, let's do it this way. I'll help you, but you need to help yourself at the same time. Let's do it this way. Come over this way and do it this way, the way I am. That seems to be helping the situation a lot. You seem to be a very empowering support here. As it keeps going forward, I'm getting the word balancing again. It's going into balance. It's not there yet. It's going into it, and you're helping balance it. The chakra balancing is like, I'm really heavy on the balancing. It's kind of like when somebody has a little bit too much or a little bit too little of something, and you're trying to like either pull it down or bring it up. It's kind of like when you have way too much sugar in a recipe. You're kind of like, we got to put in some more flour, or we got to take some of the sugar out. Like, we got to do something here to balance this out. You either bring something else up or pull something else down to make this balance. And the Seven of Pentacles is like, it seems like it's a long road. It's going to take a while before this really starts going or feeling like it's just naturally staying where it should be. It's taking a long time before it gets to that actual balance, and just seems to stay there where it should on its own. This person seems to be taking a while to hit that level, to not only get there, but to accept that they need to stay there and police themselves on it. You like this person, but like, it's gonna be a love-hate situation. Kind of like, you like being close to them, you like helping them, but at the same time you're gonna be kind of like, can't you just do it right? Can't you just do this? Can't you just balance and stay there? Can't you just curtail that attitude and just fix yourself with this? That's where it's going. It's going in a better direction. It seems like it's getting a lot better. But I feel like they're giving you a heads up, like, you're going to like being closer to this person. You're going to like interacting with them, but you are going to have these moments of annoyance. Like, really? You're dancing towards that line again? Like, really? You're doing that again? Can you not? Come on, come back this way. Come back over here. You're going to have to keep doing that. It's going to be a little bit aggravating to you at times. I feel like they're just giving you a heads up. For a lot of you, I feel like you might be in the beginning stages of this situation. And they're saying you don't have to wait for it to become a problem before you say something. You can say something right in the beginning, and they're either going to be ready for your information and work with you right in the beginning, or they're not. And if they're not, the fact that you tried to help them and they still got their hand slapped, it's going to show them how much you really care. They're going to appreciate that at the right time. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.